Hi, I'm McErlain, and welcome to my latest installment of my TrueFire video blog for my upcoming course, 50 Eclectic Blues Licks You Must Know. This one's pretty simple this week. It's called Happy Ending, and it's basically a turnaround in the key of E major. It can also be used on an E blues. So the turnaround would be the 5 chord, which is B, 4 chord, which is A, and then the 1 chord, that's E. In this case, I'm using triads because I think it sounds pretty cool and pretty happy sounding. So this is something you might hear Jeff Beck play, or Scott Henderson or Mike Landau. So let me play it for you. Okay, that's pretty cool, right? So what I like about that one is some of the subtleties we're adding in. Let me show you the notes first. First we have D sharp and B. We're using an interval of 6 to slide up here. Very common thing to do in the blues. So I have D sharp and B. I'm going to use my first finger on the B and a second finger on the D sharp. I'm going to slide that up. The D sharp moves to E, and the B moves to C sharp. And I'm going to move that up a half step, and one more half step. So I'm thinking the key of E major. So I'm starting on a D sharp. So 6 notes above D sharp in the key of E major. D sharp, E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going up 6 notes within the key. That's all a sixth really is. Okay, so what's really nice about it, the reason why it sounds so cool and tonal, is B major is spelled B, D sharp, F sharp. And here I'm playing the D sharp and the B, so I'm playing the third and the root of the chord. Now I go to this 6 that's also in the key, which is the E and the C sharp. Now I go to a note, 2 notes that are outside of the key, but they sound great because they're leading into your F sharp and your D sharp, which is also part of a B chord. So we have that. I'll show you the bar technique in a second. Now we go to the A chord, I'm playing the exact same thing. Here I have C sharp and A. I'm going to move up my second finger to get the D and the B, chromatically up for E flat and C. And here we have the E and the C sharp. So once again, A major is spelled A, C sharp, and E. Here I'm playing the C sharp and the A. When I get up here, I'm playing the E and the C sharp. So that's the reason why it sounds so great inside the chord. So now, slide in that up. So now the bar technique. Okay, so I'm holding the bar with my pinky and my third finger. I start off the lick, I'm depressing the bar a little bit. I'm letting the bar come up with the tension of the springs themselves. And I'm scooping into each note, and then I vibrato it very lightly. Now I have a floating tremolo, so I'm actually going on either direction, going up and down when I vibrato. Of course, you don't need a bar to do this. It just sounds kind of cool, and that's that sort of Jeff Beck influence on it. Now the second half of the lick on the E chord is my favorite part. Okay, keeping with the idea of a sixth, and now I have my A and an F sharp. I'm sliding that up to B and G sharp, which is part of my E chord. Back down now, A and the F sharp. I pull off the A with my second finger to my first finger. So I really want you to use the second and the third finger when you're doing this slide up. Now, pulling off the F sharp to the E, and now, I'm going to resound it again, but I'm sliding my A down to G sharp. So I'm not refretting, I'm not replucking that note. So I get this cool, nice soft motion from this E sus sort of sound with the A and the E, the E and the G sharp. And using the bar and kind of hitting it up with the bar kind of resounds the note, actually lets it ring better. So, and I hit a subtle E, string at the bottom here and let it ring. So 3, 4. Right, so it's pretty cool. Now you don't need the bar. I'll play without the bar. 3, 4. See? So you don't really need it. It sounds nice with it. Now, let's talk about it without the bar. I'm going to vibrato 2 notes at once. So that's something you really kind of want to work on. Make sure you're not pulling notes sharp or not vibratoing enough. It's really kind of something cool to work on, subtle here. But I'm really locking up those 2 fingers and trying to keep the vibrato even. Right, so I'm really vibratoing all of that. And it's something I really learned from Jeff Beck. It's beautiful. So it doesn't have to be on a blues. The thing about this turnout is really nice. You can use it over a standard 1-4-5 chord progression. It's going 5-4-1. So it doesn't have to be a blues. But I really like the idea of sliding that note around. I really love that. You can really kind of get that cool mellow. So let me just kind of play that for you again here. So I use that technique a lot. It's just become part of my playing. And if you check out my lick, the Greasy Fingers lick that I did at the beginning of my video blog, first installment, it's a very similar sort of thing where I'm keeping an interval and sliding some notes around it. That is worth the whole price of admission of this lick, I think. Okay, so I really hope you guys dig this one. It's off the upcoming course, 50 Eclectic Blues Licks You Must Know. And I call it 50 Eclectic Blues Licks because I'm really just put together a bunch of licks that I think are really cool, that you should know how to play. Just stuff that I like, and you can throw in a blues, and it's just some really great sounding stuff. Before we go, one thing I want to re-stress about this lick, as I think about it, the subtleties of my dynamics. Softer, and then maybe louder. Plucking really soft. Right, so, you know, Jeff Beck and Mike Landau and Scott Henderson, 3 guys who are masters at this, but I think Beck is the total king, as I think those guys would agree to. So think about that when you're doing this. First, it's a technique of that cool thing, right? Like that kind of thing there, but it's also the subtlety of how hard I pick and a little vibrato. So it's all those dynamic things that I think are really the sort of techniques that take your playing to the next level. So I hope you guys dig this one, and I hope you come back for my next video blog for my upcoming course, 50 Eclectic Blues Licks You Must Know. I'm Jeff McErlain for TrueFire, and take care.